And not many people remember this, but the Orlando Magic went out and tried to create the first super team in the summer of 2000, signing Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady in free agency. The Magic signed Hill to a $92 million contract just weeks after he broke his ankle in the playoffs as a member of the Detroit Pistons. That injury would endure multiple complications and to be subject to numerous questions about whether the Magic's mishandled Hill's recovery. Hill played in only 57 games for the Magic over the next 4 years, but that ankle led to a number of other related injuries for Hill during the later portion of his time in Orlando. It got so bad that Hill even considered retirement. The 6'8" small forward from Duke was a major talent, but unfortunately, around the prime of his career, we saw Hill suffer from lots of injuries, which led him to missing a lot of time from 2000 to 2006, including the entire 2003-2004 season, where Hill did not play a single game for the Orlando Magic. Hill was a future superstar, but numerous injuries to his ankle caused him to miss lots of playing time during his prime years in the NBA. Hill finished his career with 7-time All-Star with a career average of 16.7 points per game. Those numbers aren't bad, but Hill was capable of so much better. Unfortunately, injuries ruined Hill's career. It's easy to forget how good Grant Hill was, so I'm going to do a quick recap. Detroit Pistons drafted him 3rd overall in 1994. He was named Co-Rookie of the Year and made the All-Star game as a rookie. He went on to make the All-Star game 6 times by 2001, and in 1996 he drew more votes than Michael Jordan. Grant Hill's stats were impressive, having 9,393 points, 3,417 rebounds, and 2,720 assists by the end of his 6th season. Only 3 players have done better: Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, and LeBron James. He was kind of LeBron before LeBron, if that makes sense. So what happened? At no time did I defy a doctor's orders and play when I shouldn't have played, Hill says. One time I knew I was done for the year, and it would have been the last time I played against Michael Jordan. I knew I would have to have surgery and be done for the season, and I played 1 quarter. Despite his best intentions, Hill's ankles gave up on him. In his first season with the Orlando Magic, after signing a 7-year, $93 million contract, Hill's left ankle started to cause problems. Just months before signing with the Magic, he underwent surgery to fix his medial malleolus. Okay guys, listen, I'm not a doctor, okay? So if I botch that word, you'll allow me. The surgery seemed to be successful, but Hill played only 4 games the following season before the injury sidelined him for the year. What followed was scary: 5 surgeries in less than 3 years, with a serious MRSA infection that almost killed him and put him on an intravenous antibiotics for 6 months. By 2004, Hill had seemed to fully recover from his medical troubles. After missing 199 of 246 games in 3 years, including the entire 2003-2004 season, Hill returned to average nearly 20 points while being voted back to the NBA All-Star game. The next season, injuries throughout his lower body limited Hill to just 21 games and affected his on-court performance for good. Hill became nothing more than a role player and a solid defender. He would often guard Kobe Bryant and team's best players, but his days of being the focal point on offense were over. For Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls, everything quickly went downhill after Rose was named the most valuable player during the 2010-2011 NBA season and signed a $94.8 million contract that would tie Rose to the Bulls' payroll for the next 5 years. Rose struggled with injuries during the 2011-2012 season. He tore his ACL in the playoffs. Knee injuries zapped Rose of his explosiveness that made him such a promising player, and he now looks destined to finish his NBA career as a journeyman. Rose won the NBA MVP award when he was only 22 years old, becoming the youngest person in NBA history to win the award. He was such an exciting prospect until he tore his ACL in his left knee during the first round of 2012 NBA playoffs against the 76ers. Some say Rose had no reason to still be on the court since the Bulls were up 12 with just a little over 1 minute left in the game. Listen to me now. I need to recap just a little bit so you guys know exactly how good Derrick Rose was, eh? Che. Rose was drafted first overall by his hometown Chicago Bulls in the 2008 NBA draft. He won the Rookie of the Year award, averaging 16 points and 6 assists. In December 2011, Rose was voted as an All-Star Game starter for the second consecutive year. He was the second leading vote-getter behind Dwight Howard. He averaged 21.8 points per game, along with a career-high 7.9 assists in 35.3 minutes per game, but played a career-low 39 games due to injuries. Just a side note, he also helped Luol Deng become an All-Star for the first time in his career. Derrick Rose is considered one of the best players in the NBA. He was an MVP, he was explosive, he was exciting, he was changing the point guard position. But what happened? Rose missed the entire 2012-2013 season to recover from his torn ACL, and when he tried to return the following year, he tore his meniscus in his other knee, making his comeback seem that much more impossible. Over 8 seasons with the Bulls, Derrick Rose missed 257 games due to injury. The Bulls were able to notch a 138-119 record in his absence. Chicago Bulls fans were unhappy with Rose missing the games that the doctors cleared him to play. Fans grew even more frustrated when Rose quoted, "I think a lot of people don't understand that when I sit out, it's not because of this year." Rose says, "I'm thinking about long term. I'm thinking about after I'm done with basketball, having graduations to go to, having meetings to go to. I don't want to be in my meetings all sore and be at my son's graduation all sore just because of something I did in the past." His final season with the Bulls was in the year 2015-2016. The Bulls decided it was time to part ways with Rose and making Jimmy Butler their franchise player. Derrick Rose has been able to stick around the league ever since, as he still has the ability to go on hot scoring nights every now and then. He even scored 50 points playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We'll never know how good Rose actually could have been. He only had 3 fully healthy seasons to start his career. Now the question is, will Rose make the Basketball Hall of Fame one day? Just a fun fact, there has never been a player who won the MVP award and missed the Hall of Fame. So those are just 2 players of a number of unfortunate players who had their careers cut short due to injury. Other players that come to mind are Penny Hardaway, Brandon Roy, Tracy McGrady, and even Greg Odom. But yeah, if you guys want me to cover them or any other players I left out, just comment their names down below. Deadshot SV is always with the flow, and I gotta go, and okay, my bad. But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. We're on the road to 100k subscribers. Did I say 100k? I mean 100 subscribers. Yeah, you guys know what it is, bro. That's me, Deadshot SV. I'm out of here.
Juggling, nigga. I be saying juggling, nigga. I got the money, I got the gas. I be saying juggling, nigga.